Dancing Beyond Cancer, A True Sedona Synchronicity by Brandon Strabala. Narrated by Brandon Strabala. Introduction. I am honored to have known an individual as unique, extraordinary, and loving as Danielle Elise Clare. Even though our time was limited, we lived a full life together. To this day, I cannot express fully in words what Danielle meant to me. Through this story, I hope to convey most of those feelings and emotions to my audience. A story of finding genuine love with an engagement so short we barely had enough time to plan our wedding. A wedding date filled with fear and trepidation, but overshadowed with hope. Gratefully, we had each other as we navigated our magnificent journey while facing a mighty nemesis. A testimony of love conquering all. Danielle and I shared a connection that I have never shared with another living being. We truly had something unique, and it would be that connection that would give us the strength to face the struggles that lay ahead. We discussed this book and our story extensively before her passing. It was important to her that she could help contribute to it with her lifetime of knowledge. Putting our experience on paper would be therapeutic for me while also serving an even greater purpose. The lessons we learned and the mistakes we made would have a profound impact on both of us. I most of all had to learn from my mistakes for the sake of my wife. It is a beautiful story that goes into the depths of love, loss, and ultimately recovering that which was lost. Through the journey, I was shown many signs that the universe was conspiring to help us against all odds. Despite the many different names people give to the energy all around us, I found that God or Spirit dwelled within our days. Even when it appeared all hope was lost, we found the inner strength or the perfect answers to guide us. Danielle and I both faced dark nights of the soul on several occasions, only to have a miracle manifest enabling us to soldier on. My wife's life gives purpose to why this story needs to be shared. A life of mystery and intrigue surrounded Danielle through her 20 years in Sedona, Arizona. Several closest to her said she was like a cat with 9 lives. She had so many close calls through her life, it was a miracle she was with us in the first place. Danielle was a survivor to her core. It was likely the biggest shock to all who knew her, especially all who wished to be there but weren't. As a society, we are failing. We must start helping those who are in need. So many in our society are suffering because of sheer ignorance. I seek to stomp out this ignorance and help our society move in the right direction to provide a safe place for people to heal or pass peacefully. We can't allow people to suffer needlessly in our society if we can make the situation better. I agree with Gandhi when he said, "A nation's greatness is measured by how it treats its weakest members." We have a long way to go before we live up to that measure of greatness. In expressing the many problems we faced, I hope to share the magic and miracles that carried us through. Although Danielle and I may have faced one of our planet's most fearsome adversaries, it was us together that made the best out of terrible circumstances, an ending that without our genuine love might have been far more tragic. For as much of this story might seem tragic on the surface, there is so much more beauty hidden in this life, and death is never the end. Chapter 1. A Wife and More. Danielle was more than just my wife. Miss Danielle, as most would know her, was an inspiration, a leader, a protector, a survivor, and a best friend to so many who crossed her path. To say I had the pleasure of marrying one of the most incredible women I have ever met would still be an understatement. I cannot, even in this book, express the impact she has had and continues to have in this world. I hope only to convey a small portion of that which made Miss Danielle great to you. Since our first meeting, after having dropped her off at her house on Inspirational Drive, I knew she had inspired me. I was inspired to be a better version of myself. I even stopped a 6-year tobacco addiction cold turkey. I found myself inspired to express myself through dance, being encouraged in her dance studio by not only my future wife's support, but also the support from all her students. I had to be voted into her elite class. It wasn't completely Danielle's decision. She only sparked the inspiration for me to try out. Living on Inspirational Drive must have been destiny. Danielle would spend nearly 20 years inspiring little dancers from her small dance studio in Sedona, Arizona. It was amazing to witness her actively kindle dance in all of her students. I was only witnessing a small portion of what made Danielle's career so special. Many of her students were able to find their
Sample complete. Ready to continue?